Hey everybody, welcome to or back to my channel, My Kind of Stuff, and today we are going to take a tour of all of my bookshelves. So I think we will start off with the shelf behind me. This one has all of my Twisted Retreat special editions that are my absolute pride and joy. They are all horror books. And then in my living room, I have 5 of the IKEA Billy bookcases with books on them. I did have 3. My husband bought me 2 more, so I just upgraded and expanded to 5 shelves. So I really had to work on finagling them to make them look full because I didn't even have enough books to fill all 3 shelves. So now to fill 5 of them and make it look like there's actually something on them was kind of a challenge. But I think, it took me 3 hours to get all my bookshelves situated, but I think I've finally got it, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So I'm going to up to my more portable camera, and we will go take a tour around. All right, so this is my Twisted Retreat shelf. I got this piece from Michael's right when their Halloween stuff first came out. I tried to do the top just like all the red and black books. Then we moved down to this shelf. This one is kind of all the bone and purpley colored books. Again, the little pumpkin is from Michael's, as well as the canvas painting. I do intend on painting the pumpkins. There's another one on another shelf lower down. I will be painting those in a couple weeks. Then we have our woodsy kind of setting books. This is one of my absolute favorite shelves. I love the cover on the final scene, and then the end or the sprayed edges on these last 2 books are just so gorgeous. And then that's just little scent diffuser and card box. I use that card box to store all the cards from my TBR game in. And then we come down here. This shelf just has my blue and silver books, as well as a little pumpkin and a little Sanderson's Apothecary potion bottle. I got that at TJ Maxx. And again, the pumpkins will be getting painted soon. And then this is the bottom shelf. This one just has my yellow and blue and orange spines. Or I guess not spines, edges. I keep calling them spines. And then that candle, which I also got from Twisted Retreat. And that's about it for my office. I do have up here a few more shelves. The books on here are just the physical ones that I have read so far this month. Don't mind the not safe for work art print there. I didn't think about that. Moving on. Let's go in the living room. All right. It's kind of hard to get all of it in frame. But these are all of my other books. Most of these I have read, but I'll kind of get into that more as we're going through it. Let's just start over here. Our top shelf just has some of my dark romances. So we have all of the Jennifer Hartman books that I own, as well as the Neon Gods series. And then, of course, we have our Emily McIntyre, H.D. Carlton, and Brynne Weaver. Then my dark romances are continued down on this shelf. So we have our Legacy of Gods, our 4 Horsemen. These shelves are a little empty right now. I do have some more decorations that I want to bring over, but I just finished getting all the books set, so I just kind of wanted to go over all of that with you. And then I will decorate. I normally do seasonal stuff up on the shelves too, and I haven't brought out all of the Halloween stuff yet. And then this shelf, I just have my Christina Lauren, Emily Henry, and Casey McQuiston books. I only had these few like hardcover contemporary romances, so I just wanted them all together, and they all happen to be mostly Christina Lauren and Emily Henry, so those ended up there. Then we come down here, I have my probably smut edition of Crossroads by Devney Perry, and then also our Love Light series, why can't I think of what this one's called? The Billionaire one. And the Twisted series. If you're wondering why there are books missing in here, it is because in my office I have a TBR cart, and I just have... So like for this series, for example, I have not read book 1 yet. So book 1 is in my office on my TBR cart. I obviously haven't read 2 or 3 yet, but in order to keep my TBR cart more manageable and easier for me to shop, I just put like the next book. So like I read Twisted Love, so I have Twisted Games on my TBR cart, the one in between here. So you're going to see that a lot throughout my shelves, where like one book in a series will be missing. It is because it is in my office and on my TBR cart, because it is the next one I need to read. And then we just have another shelf with a few more contemporaries. We have our Allie Hazelwood, Alexis Hall, Mercedes Ron, a few of the Ashley Herring Blake and Leah Riley. And then this bottom shelf is just kind of a hodgepodge. It's like cozy fantasy romance, a little bit of contemporary romance. These are the ones that like, I also have my holiday romances down here. So there's a few like Christmas ones. Yeah, these were the books I didn't care all that much about, so they ended up down here. Now we'll move back up. I have my Bridgerton shelf. Not much to be said about that. I think we all know what that is. Then I have all of my Tessa Bailey books. And then I only own 4 of the Ice Planet Barbarians. I plan on getting them all, but these I got for a really good deal through Book Outlet recently. So that's why there's only the 4 of them right now. And then we kind of move into our fantasy. So this is my Brandon Sanderson books, along with the couple Samantha Shannon books I own. I still need to read The Sunlit Man and Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, as well as The Priory of the Orange Tree. I started with A Day of Fallen Night because I know it's like the prologue to The Priory, so I wanted to read that one first. I went crazy with my tabbing and annotating in this one. Like, I just went ham. We come down here, we just kind of have some of our YA fantasy. So again, still, you're noticing books missing from these 3 series. It's because they're in my office. I need to read them. And then just some more YA fantasy romance. I really love the Carnival series. They're doing a new edition around the holidays of hardcovers and a new novella coming out. I might get that set just because of how much I loved these. I did annotate those 3 paperbacks as well. So I think it'd be nice to have like a pretty set. And then we just have the remainder of the YA, as well as my middle grades, so my Harry Potter and Percy Jackson books. And then we move into the, well, the one and only Holly Renee book that I own, but also all of the Sarah J. Maas. So we have The Throne of Glass, and then the next shelf down is ACOTAR and Crescent City. I still need to read the second book in Crescent City, so that's why that one is missing. And then this really cool Valaris plate I have in there. My friend actually 3D printed for me, so I thought that was perfect, kind of sandwiched in between those two series. Then we have our dragon shelf. So this is a Lego dragon that my husband and I built. And then we have a Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. And then we have Sons of Darkness and Sanctuary of Shadow. I did not like either of these books, but I got by the sprayed edges, and I think they look really pretty next to Iron Flame, so that's why those are there. Then we move to our gold shelf. So all of my Raven Kennedy, the Guild series, the Plated Prisoner series. And then we move down here. So we have the Crowns of Nyaxia, Ninth House, and then a few other random ones. I absolutely loved Anastasia by Sophie Lark. That is another very highly annotated book that I have. I recently read Spark of the Everflame and enjoyed it, so I'm going to have to continue on with that series. I'll have to get the next book, but I think... So I have the indie copy of the first one, but I think that they are getting traditionally published. So I might hold off because I want them all to match. So yeah, I don't know. I've been holding off on that one right now. And then The Curse of Saints, I actually haven't read yet. That should be on my TBR cart, and I'm not really sure why it's out here. Down here, we have our Crave series. The first book is on my TBR cart. I have not read it. I know there's a lot of controversy going around with it right now. Honestly, I don't even know at this point if I care to read it anymore. So we'll see. I might just unhaul the whole series because I don't know that I care enough to invest in that much book. And then we have my Zodiac Academy books. I don't have quite all of them yet. But I read book 1. Book 2 is on my TBR cart in my office. I had fun with book 1. It's kind of like a CW show where like it's so crappy, but like you can't look away from all the drama, and I loved it. So I do want to continue on with that series as well. Up here, I just have, on the very top, that is the Dungeons and Dragons Lego set. So that's actually like comes with a D&D campaign that I need to play still. But yeah, that's that up there. Then we have my sci-fi shelf. The first book, the James A. Corey one, is actually my husband's. Then we have the whole collection of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So this is a bind up of all the books. So each of these green tabs, it splits up into the 5 books. Debunked. I actually got this when I went to a game convention, and I was able to meet the author. So he actually signed it and customized it to my husband and I. And then he made these really cool maps. And he made these himself. And I just thought it was so neat. But I do still need to read it. I'm awful. And I'm pretty sure book 2 is already out now, so. Gonna have to get on top of that. Then we have Gideon the Ninth, Harrow the Ninth. I did not buy Nona because I hated Harrow and I didn't care to continue after that. And then Hyperion, I've read the first book. I have the next couple. They're in my office. I need to read them. I was honestly so surprised by how much I liked Hyperion. I didn't think it would be for me, but it was a lot of fun. And then our Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson. I absolutely loved this series. It was so much fun. It is a YA sci-fi adventure series with a little bit of romance, but yeah, tons of fun. Then my horror books, there's not really a ton of rhyme or reason to them right now. I just went with red and white themed on this shelf. And also thought it was fitting that Nosferatu was next to the Stephen King books because, if you don't know, Joe Hill is Stephen King's son. So I thought it was cute and fitting that they go together, and I absolutely love this collection of the Bill Hodges trilogy of Stephen King's that I got. And then my favorite slasher series from KU, I had to buy the physical books, is the Slaughter series by Sergio Gomez. And then this shelf is just all of my Stephen Graham Jones. Recently read I Was a Teenage Slasher and quite enjoyed it. And then the other three, Jenny so nicely sent me because she doesn't like Stephen Graham Jones, and I loved that trilogy. And actually, the Don't Fear the Reaper one is signed by him as well, so that's really exciting. I'm so glad I got those. And then we just kind of move into the hodgepodge. So I have my Darcy Coates, and then just a lot of other random one-off books. But this edition of The Haunting of Hill House is insane. It's got black sprayed edges, and this was just from Barnes & Noble. Like, I don't think it's really technically anything special, but I think it is absolutely stunning. And then we come down here, again, just some one-offs. And then down on the bottom here, I have actually 2 rows. These are just all of my book of the month thrillers. Pretty sure they're just about all thrillers. There's a few like fantasy and sci-fi ones at the end over there, but yeah. Moving up here, we are on the last bookshelf now. These are all my Riley Sager and Grady Hendrix books. And then again, just another hodgepodge of some of my hardcovers, but I thought the colors on these were super pretty and vibrant, so I wanted them all together. And then we have kind of our YA mystery, thriller, horror collection. I absolutely loved each and every one of these books. I think they're so much fun, and for being YA, they were so like bingeable and addicting, and I just had a great time with them. This shelf just has our Lego Viking Village and Viking ship, and then this random tree for some reason, so you can't even see the ship. Maybe I'll move the tree up here for now. It needs a better home, but that Viking Village is so cool. And then the very last shelf, I have my few Chuck Palahniuk books, as well as just another little hodgepodge of mostly like lit fic and historical fiction. If you don't know, Chuck Palahniuk is my favorite author. He is the author of Fight Club, which did come out before the movie. If you haven't read it, probably should, as well as pretty much all of his other works. But this one right here, Invisible Monsters, chef's kiss. Absolutely, by far, my favorite Chuck Palahniuk book. So yeah, that is everything. It's crazy to think, like, I had 3 bookshelves and just added on the 2 more. And it took a lot to make these look somewhat full, because a lot of these shelves, like, this one has 5 books on it, that one has 5 books on it. Like, there's not a ton of books on here. And I feel like I did a good job making it look pretty full, regardless of that. And so I'm really excited to get some more decorations in here, because I think this middle section here, where I actually have like the Valaris plaque, the dragon, and the just random little gold thing. I don't know what you call that, star. It looks really nice. So that is my bookshelf. if you have any ideas for things that I could use to decorate my shelves, because I don't necessarily want all just like pots and knickknacks. I wouldn't mind making some more Lego things or stuff like that. And I'm really excited to just get that whole area in my living room decorated and pretty, like the shelf behind me. Yeah, I'm it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to leave a book stack emoji down in the comments and give this video a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.